And good morning. This is your friendly neighborhood Tironan. Got my good friend Dave from down under, also known as Juan Mendoza, right? Say
G'day,
hello,
folks.
Dave. Hey, Dave. Okay, so he's going to be helping me out here while I do the introduction to the the Focke-Wulf 190, and this is the first of the upgrades. I'll bring up the tech tree, and it helps if I bring up the right tech tree, doesn't it? Okay. And so this is the Focke-Wulf A-1, 190 A-1. And as you can see, survivability is 260 and a tier 5 fighter, that's fine. Gun armament is 276. This is a fully upgraded aircraft. Had the money, I thought, why not? Why drag you through the beginning? Airspeed is fairly marginal. Just short of 600. 596. Maneuverability is 596, which is not good. And altitude performance is 3937, which is fair. So as soon as they drag us into battle here, we'll get started. Dave, what do you think of the A1 when you had it?
Doesn't really suit my style of play.
I had I've now gotten this out 3 or 4 times with varying results. Won some, lost some. Actually knocked down quite a few aircraft with it. The gunpowder on it is, despite the fact that it's got 13 millimeters, which is basically a 50 caliber, and a couple of 20s, is only so-so, and the range is only so-so, is what I've noticed out of it. It doesn't really knock your socks off with the effective firepower. Um, Dave, do you have any different?
Having said that, I think the rest of the plane's so underwhelming that the firepower is probably the best aspect of it.
I would find it hard to disagree. So to say that I don't have the best impression of the aircraft might be something of an understatement. I was actually happier with the F4F than I was with this thing, which is saying something. Uh, though it's not like a Brewster or something where you just dread getting into it and wonder how long you'll last in the battle. This is a plane where if you get any fighter with any sort of turning capability, you're going to know all about it pretty quickly. It does come with 4 bombs, and so you can make a little bit of a difference. I'm going to head over to that command center if that's okay with you, Dave. Um,
Yeah.
uh, it does come with 4 bombs. You can have some basic ability with it, and then you just uh,
User joined your channel.
after that, it is kind of fun from that point on. You have to use your firepower selectively and try to get this to the best specification you can, outcome that you can. And we have, as you can see, I've been firing on this fellow for a while and getting effective hits, and now I'm having trouble uh, keeping them under fire. Now, one of the problems with having bad firepower on any aircraft is the amount of time you now send in a very predictable path where anybody in the world can kill you. We finally got this guy. I now have somebody on my tail. Mind you, all this time, Dave's kind of interfering with him here a little bit. And I'm going to see if I can't get on him. You do have a good long 12-second boost on this, which is lovely, but it doesn't begin to make up for this thing's complete lack of versatility as a fighter. And this was, yeah, this is XP-44, which is not the most maneuverable of things, but you would think this thing, I was fighting a Spitfire. Meanwhile, this entire time, I've also been under the combined anti-aircraft fire. That's the problem with the aircraft. It is very hard to make optimal use of it. When you do score high points on this, you're very aware of the fact that you have worked like a dog for them. Okay, so we're going to come back over. Our friend Dave's over there, A-1. We're going to go try to help him out. Speed
You
on
got
this,
point.
speed on this is also not terribly great. Um, and the shame of it is that the aircraft in use historically was a much better aircraft, and that's unfortunate. Now, it may have been the fact that World of Wargaming was slotting this in as a ground attack aircraft, and a lot of the variants did, especially on the Eastern Front, did get used as a ground attack variant. But a lot of them were also fighter variants, which were much more effective, less heavily armored, and less heavily armed.
User left your channel.
And is not being shown correctly. So, those of you who know me know I also edit on Wikipedia aircraft articles, war articles, and that sort of stuff. So I'm a bit of an armchair historian. Certainly nobody offered me accreditation or anything, but it bothers me from that aspect. It's not a very accurate historical representation of the aircraft itself. And that's unfortunate because this was an aircraft that was both famous and reputed to be by both enemies and its pilot as being quite effective. I think the weakness of the armament bothers me a great deal. With two 20 millimeters, it shouldn't be that ineffective. Yet it manages to be. And you can see I've had the aircraft under fire for a while, an effective fire, and we're not doing a great deal of damage to it. And there's very few aircraft in the inventory where you're under that much concentrated fire for that long and you still manage to hang around. I found the Yak to be a better gun platform. That's something World of Warplanes may want to look at on a number of fronts. That fellow just tried to ram me. So you have aircraft that seem to work with you very well to get your score, and then you have aircraft that seem to work against you to get your score. And this is definitely coming into the latter category. And may improve some when we get the pilot up to where you can get the aim enhancing aid, and he's already got a reflector sight, but to say that the aircraft has underwhelmed me has been something of an understatement. And the engine's out and we crash into the ground. And that's it for this. We'll hope we can get on to where I can see our find Dave here. We can watch him while we talk about the aircraft.
I'm down. Except
No,
for
you don't.
Q&A on the other side's had a good game.
Okay, we'll go ahead and leave. There's no use dragging their customers through that. Well, it's over anyway. So, pretty dismal performance. Heading back to the hangar, we'll take a look at this. Okay, so we shot down 2, assisted with 5, and that was about all we got accomplished. Got a little, very little silver out of it. And our teammate Juan, Dave from Down Under, did very well. I did not do so well.
Didn't make a difference.
I'm sorry, what now?
I said it didn't make a difference.
Oh, yeah, well, it's hard when the other team's doing well and you've got an underwhelming aircraft. I'll just put it that way.
Absolutely.
Oh, I dislike this aircraft, and I really did not want to review it, but I think I owed it to the viewers. Dave, was my impressions any different than yours? Just to be fair, I've got another
No,
opinion
I
on it.
found the same problems, but I'm not very good with Zoom and Zoom.
Yeah, and that's kind of where I'm at too. I'm glad Dave came in here so he could offer a second opinion, and maybe because sometimes I can get awfully harsh on an aircraft, but I tried this aircraft before, didn't like it, put it away, and didn't try to move it much, and then I got it back, got the full upgrades on it, and generally regret having got the aircraft. Um, so where are we? Well, let's take a look for a moment on the upgrades. Um, Essentially, I've got 9,500 points to get to the next, the A5. And what are your thoughts on the A5, Dave? You've had some time with this.
Yeah, I haven't flown it a hell of a lot, but the same sort of problems, really.
Well, don't we have something to look forward to? All right, this is your friendly neighborhood Tironan. We're going to call this one a wrap. Please remember to like the video and to subscribe. Now I'm a new content provider. I can use all the subscribers I can get. Want to thank you very much, and thank you for joining me. Have a great day.